That's probably the people. Yeah, so what's up everybody? I haven't been live for like 2 weeks. I was sick. I played this game, really enjoyed it. Like 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna play it again, like continue the game. Oh. Yeah, hold on, I see you're coming, just a second. Why? Hey, that one pickle, what's up? How are you? I love your name. Cool name. I'm gonna start the game just a sec. Just wanna. So yeah, I really enjoyed this game. So I'm gonna continue it. Usually I'm not into don't enjoy games that much. Yeah, because you need like patience and stuff like that. And not every game is like very. I don't know. Not every game gives you like the vibe to play. I'm gonna play this one. I hope it continues being good the way it was. Yeah. Okay. Computer is stuck. Okay. So I'm continuing with the game. This is Calvin's room. I played 30 minutes of this game and really enjoyed. So the chicken. Testing. Okay. Yeah, 2 people watching. Cool. The computer barely. My computer is barely going. There you go. Okay, so. Some hunting. Oh, hey Chris, what's up? We're gonna play today?
Mom said Grandma Sam enlisted at 18. Never set foot in the room again.
Chris, what's up? Oh, I was like sick for a week, so I couldn't play. This is a good game, by the way, if you want to try. Thank you for the like. Thank you. Yeah, you can. Yeah. I played like 30 minutes of this game. It was good. All tripping, so yeah. Let me jump on the bed now. Oh shit. Oops. Alright, there we go. Forgot how to push.
The passengers were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously be built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, this game is beautiful. Oh, I can go back? No, don't go back. No, no, no. Till I get here. My friend Bigfoot. Yeah, Barbara. Barbara Streisand. Ah, this game is
I thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Pizza? Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. Old phone. Cigarettes? What, she was been smoking? Isn't she like a child? The clock is cool. Park Street. Oh, the wood thing is nice, the paint. She's been... she's like 16 when she died. Okay. Maybe because of the smokes. Bigfoot movie. Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Marcella, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Oh, Jackie, with another gas tail. In spite of America's most unfortunate family, the surprise end of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. She been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just a boost to her career. Unfortunately, the scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman Killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight. The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And there he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key. Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh, hey Sunny, how are you? Subscribe to Sunny. You want to subscribe? How are you, Sunny? What's up? This is a beautiful game. I really enjoy it.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than anything.
Cool.
3 of the gerbils were mine. 2 did my fault.
I'm good, thank you. I was sick for a week.
Sven built the house, but it was he who designed the cemetery.
Yeah. This is a good game, I recommend. I enjoy, I like it. It's beautiful. It's interesting. It looks really good. It's easy to play. I hope. I don't want to get stuck. Ugh.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant. I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Not quite. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up.
Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Oh, hey King Leroy, hey Zombie. I suggest shoot this game, it's really good, I enjoy it.
Last time I was with my brother Cal.
Hey Leroy, how are you? And Zombie, how are you? I was sick for a week.
Guys, Dawn. Take the shot.
So I didn't play for a long time.
Dad. Do I have to do this?
So how are you, Zombie and Leroy? Oh, cool.
Keep your seat square. No one's down.
Oh, thank you.
Have everybody.
I'm back.
Great shot, Don.
Wow. It's cool. Oh, hello. Why is she
Proud of you,
crying?
Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
It's
it's
totally normal. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about it.
Dad!
Ah! Oh my god. Nice shot though. Faces of death.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Wow. And this game is beautiful. This game is really beautiful and easy to play. Gee, that was cool. That's a good story. This is the cameras. What else we got here? This bedroom. Let's go to the closet. See what's up.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Cool, I'm a baby. Pretty baby. Oh, this is fun.
Hold on, son. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. It reminded me so much of him. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw. It sure made him happy. I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about it baby being too happy. I can feel her slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
Mommy, don't stop the fun. I really fucking enjoyed it. No, I got no water. That was fun. Yeah. I'm playing in the tubby. Never imagined doing that in a video game. Wow. That's fucking cool. Oh, I'm a frog. It's me. Oh, Lego pieces to see. Fuck yeah. Oh.
No what happened wasn't your fault.
Yeah, that was fun.
I can't imagine my mom writing poetry. A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. Father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. Make his bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Leroy. It's the same name. It's Bulbuloni. Follow me. I will follow you back.
My mom moved up the wall after her brother's died. At the time, it was as far away as she could.
What do you think of the game? I really love it, enjoy it. It's hard for me to like a game. This one is really good. India. This is for Sunny.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay. Oh my god, this is an old computer. With the disc, so cool. Oh.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Cool.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings. think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Yeah, check now. Yeah, hello, Roy. Yeah, I followed you. Yeah, this is a beautiful game. Really, really, it's like 10 out of 10 until now. Like, I got nothing bad to say about this game, nothing. Usually game sucks, but this one is really good.
Mom's got an answer. Then she sealed the doors.
It's really interesting, beautiful, easy to play. The story is good.
Whatever Milton found in the house, Mom didn't want to get it out.
Let's go up.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis. Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
It looks like my room when I was like 16. This guy was a stoner. Okay, Nargila, PS4, PS1, Nintendo. Medicine. Let's go. High school diploma.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery, I spoke with his boss.
It's so weird to play with one hand and the other.
It's become a modern law.
It's like two hands.
Tireless, focused.
One controls something, the other controls something.
Like a whole new universe.
So many things I never did in
So I let
games
him go on.
that I'm doing in this one.
I even encouraged it. It seemed very promising at first.
This game is so cool.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Hey. Like Jon Snow doesn't pet the dog. Huh?
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Toby.
Yeah. The fish, yeah.
He built the city up slowly.
Oh my god. Here's Thanos.
Then he made musicians.
I need to break the thing. Okay, good. Oops.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
So.
And he was always humming something.
Yeah, this game is cool.
His imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the camera.
Where the hell am I?
But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. At all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for me. And he won.
Yeah, like Super Mario.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Lewis. St. Louis. We started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the camp. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept saying,
Hey, what's up?
In Lewis, he heard rumors of her.
Yeah, I want the queen.
Handsome queen.
Yeah. Fool, give me some pussy. There's the foof. There's the magical foof.
The queen was on her own quest for...
Yeah, it's like the rainbow of the tree. Give me some trippy colors.
Radiant rainbows.
Nice. Yeah. No. Oops.
He followed the sound of her.
Silver, yeah. Oh, electric, that's like the fucking...
Silver harp.
Why not? It's more trippy.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Wow.
Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Wow, nice.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And And then it struck me that the real Lewis was not the one chopping sand, but the one climbing the steps of the Golden Palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh, finally I stopped cutting fish.
Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. Queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Well, by the looks of the book, I have only like Odin and Eddie finished to look for. And I wonder if it's gonna be the end of the game or it will be like some kind of continuation. Let's see. This is like the FIFA controls on the keyboard in any other game. Just to play like that. It's gonna be bug.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories! I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom doesn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Legos, creative director. Yeah, that's cool if it's technical director. Oh, that's cool, the pictures of them as a kid. Lead designer. Oh, just bravo. Man, this game is amazing. This game is so good. The guy with the Legos was cool. Engineer. Yeah, animator, cool. Thomas. Here's the Nargila, some paint. This is probably like one of the best like ending ever to a video game. Seeing the creators when they were kids. I wonder if it counts like an independent game. I wonder how many people worked on it. I did so many unique stuff in this game that oh, werewolf. I never thought I would do in a video game. You becoming a shark, a frog, stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, this kid is rigging. Oh, well, yeah, rigging. Yeah, the pitch was so cool. And the space stuff. Hey, chess. It's cool. Messi, here's Messi. Playtesters, that's cool. Dino. Here's the music box and some tapes. Trick or treat. Hey, Chinese film. My God. Finch too. Oh, it took them 5 years? We've been together 5 years. This game was done. The end. Yeah, this is the second game I finished on YouTube. Okay. Play story optional is now available. Oh, okay. Okay, so Odin, why I don't have the picture of Odin? It's me maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so this is the game. I think I will play GTA now. I'm not sure, so I need to probably quit this game and quit the stream. See how many people watching. 4 people watching. Maybe I start, replay the story, see how it began. Well, this was the full game. I did only like 30 minutes in the video I have before this one. It's on my channel. I can choose. Okay, yeah, let's replay this one. I don't know if I played it. Oh, you can play parts of it. You can play whatever you want. That's nice. You can choose what to play. I was so sick, I had fever for like 4 days. Then I was messed up.
Almost like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been bands throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims on January 7th, 1937, but 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Oh, I didn't play
Odin's
this
daughter
one.
Edith, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore in their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edith is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
And this is a cool part with the swing. This is a really cool part.
My brother said that he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you? It's so cool to... Never thought I would play in a swing in a game. This is so cool.
And maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he... and he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Another cool story that you play like underwater, like you're a shark or you fly. I don't remember if it's smaller. Yeah, I'm good. How was your day? I was working finally. It was really hard to get back to work, and now I'm playing this one. I slept. It's really hot. It's like 40 Celsius. I don't know. It's too fucking hot.
I thought since Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
I don't know if it's Molly's story.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Dad, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil was dry, but I didn't mind it. Mom, can I come out now?
היה לה מזג מאוד עקשני כזה. איתה עקשני.
Oh yeah, this is the when she's eating everything.
It was all gone.
Let's go to the bathroom. Let's eat the food. Missing food.
I kept eating and eating.
Yeah, this is a good idea. It's a green toothpaste. The graphics are so good.
I ate a lot of things that day.
לא, אני אומרת, את שמעת שהבחורה באיטליה, כאילו, הולך כאילו...
Then I heard chirping inside my window.
ואז הבולדוג פשוט התיישב.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
ופשוט תקוע שם בחסרת אונים, וכולם מסתכלים כזה.
And suddenly... I was a cat!
Yeah.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Never thought you're gonna play with a cat like a cat in a video game. This is so cool.
I jumped and I almost got
Boom. Oops.
ומה שקרה, שזה כלב זאב ענק, הוא אוהב עם גלים שחורים, אז הכלב זאב ענק התחיל לדחוף את האף שלו.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
שמעת? מה שלא?
The hell is it?
אני סיפרתי לך את הפעם? אני סיפרתי לך את הפעם?
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised that I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
לא, עכשיו אני אומרת משהו אחר. את לא שמעת אותי.
I gobbled her up. Suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling on the grass.
היה לבוש בגלים שחורים, נכנס שחור, נכנס שחור. אז הגיע זאב ענקי בצבע שחור, ופשוט נחף.
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark. I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. Tasted really good. I grabbed on tight. So hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, and I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand. and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Yeah, so this is the two cool parts of the beginning of the game. My friends invite me for GTA, so I'm gonna join.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure
Just
it would
take a
have.
break just a sec. Yeah, so maybe I do another live with GTA. Let's see. Yeah, okay. And then you can go out. And then you
This
become
will
a
be
kid.
obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
I wonder if you
You would
like
have, but Mom
join a game, then you need to quit this stream, I guess. If you like change a game.
When we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Did you like the game, Leroy?
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum.
Yeah.
For
That's
500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the
Yeah,
family
yeah,
curse.
it's good.
His wife Ingeborg
Good
and their
game.
newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore in their new home. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Yeah, so this is a beautiful game.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Let's see, I joined my friends, so if the stream is ending, so thank you everybody for watching, commenting, thank you Leroy. I start maybe another one, I just joined my friends, so bye bye for now, bye. You look sleepy. Yeah, I always look sleepy and sound like it. Yeah.